So we have some other ways to get traffic to your funnels besides Facebook. I know it's hard to believe, but you can get people to come into your gym besides Facebook. When we first started, we didn't really use Facebook too much. So one of the first things I did when I started FitBody, maybe 2 months later, I joined the info mastermind. And then all the skills that I learned, created my first info product. I applied to my offline business and it worked really well. So one of the big things for online marketing is affiliate marketing. You find other people that have the same audience, and you have them sell your product and give them like 75% or whatever, for doing it. So I went to the gymnastics center that I was running my boot camp out of at the time, and I had a 14-day fat furnace for $47. And I told them that if they ran that for me, it would be like a special program for them, and I had to give 100% of the money to them for their competition team, for camps or tournaments or whatever. We got like 47, almost 50 members from that first promotion. So I just wrote an email was coming from them. So it was like a swipe file for them, swipe copy. All they had to do is copy that, paste it in their email, and send it out. And that was like one of the first big promotions that got a lot of clients into my gym, in the beginning. So after that, I started, I was trying to do it with other businesses. So I made a big list of other businesses that serve the same market. So pretty much moms. So any place that that kids go to is like trampoline parks or laser tag places, karate or jiu-jitsu gyms.
What did you say the first one was? Trampoline park.
Oh, the gymnastics center? Yeah.
So maybe like yoga or not?
Yoga, they're probably going to feel like they're in competition with you, but if you know them, they might. Because that yoga is actually instead of the kids, it's the moms. So if a lot of people that do yoga, it's like all they do. So they'd be afraid probably to lose some clients to you. So they probably wouldn't.
Gotcha.
A hair salon would be good because they're serving the same client but totally different service.
Got it.
And if they care enough to pay, good money to get their hair done and nails, so I haven't had as much luck with chiropractor only because they're pretty beat up. And massage therapists I haven't had as much luck with just because of the same thing. They get more people that want like therapeutic, usually older or beat up already or hurt, so they think boot camp's probably too much. But I've done them with them before. But the best has been gymnastic centers and hair salons. Well, so it's better to do it back it off of like a charity, or like for the gymnastics center. They're always like raising money for their travel team and a competition team. They need like new uniforms, new equipment, stuff like that. So they're always like selling candy bars, doing car washes, whatever. So this is a way to help them raise money. So if the parents are going to spend money anyway, they might as well get something out of it, kind of thing.
I was just wondering about the hair salon. I know one right now I could do.
So what I do with the hair salon is I have the plastic gift cards. Actually, I think I have some in here. I can show you what I use. I have two different types of gift cards. Pass them around. So one is it's like my VIP, black card membership. I give these to business owners. And then this one's like $100 gift card for free 2 weeks at boot camp. And you give those to potential clients. So it's like a black VIP membership. So it's on the back. You can put expiration date and sign it. So if you want to give them like a free month. So I'll give the hairstylist, I'll give her a free month of boot camp if she puts those on her station, just sits like 5 of them on her station. If they're coming into your boot camp and actually using it, then anytime that fitness or fat loss or anything like that comes up during cutting their hair, they're going to talk about you. And then the gift card's right there. It's easy for them to pass out or give it to them. Well, they get free boot camp out of the deal for that one.
Oh, okay. So sometimes you said, bring people in, but I'll give you free.
So I give them like a free month. I write the month on the back. I'm like, as long as you use it and you keep, at least 5 of these on your station, then you can come to boot camp for free for the hairstylist. So that way they're sitting right on their station. So all day long they're cutting hair, talking about, they're talking about how much fun they had over their summer. They gained like 5 or 10 pounds and they need to get rid of it quick. They're like, oh, hey, go over here. Here's a $100 gift card. You can go over there for like 2 weeks for free or whatever. So in the very beginning, when we first started all this, we would actually just walk up to people and ask them if they've ever done a boot camp before. And if they say yes, and you're like, oh, cool, well, I just started one. It's an indoor boot camp. I'd love for you to come check it out and get your opinion on it. And so I started getting to where I was like, I wouldn't let myself go home until I had 3. I was kind of caught up like my 3 a day. So 3 names and numbers before I could go home. And I was like, hated talking to strangers. Like Beatrice used to have us reading like the book called The Game. It's like a pickup artist book. My wife's like, "What the hell are you reading?" I was like, "It's for business. It's for business." So one of the exercises they had in there was like for the first day you would just look at like 5 strangers and get their eye color, so make eye contact, and then the second day you had to like just say hi, and then the next one you had to ask them what the time was, and then the last day you actually had to bring up something like the baseball score, engage some kind of conversation with 5 strangers, kind of get you out of that out of your comfort zone, and then seemed to work. So I'd be at like the gas station. If there's like a woman like standing across pumping her gas, I'd always profile if they had like, yoga pants or running shoes. It wasn't a choice. I had to talk to them. So I would always just ask the same question: "Have you ever done boot camp before?" If they say no, it's always the same answer. Great. I'd love for you to come check out my new boot camp. It's an indoor boot camp down the street. Come in and check it out for free. Give them a gift card. Get their name, email, phone number. So if you got 3 a day, no matter what, at the end of each week, it's 15 leads a week. So.
Get their name and phone number?
Yeah, an email.
Gosh, that would be
First would be like the name, I'd ask what their name is, and then I asked the email. Once they gave me the email, then I'd ask for the phone number. If you're like, "Hey, can I get your name, phone number, and email?" They're gonna be like, "No." So you're like, "Hey, well, ask what their name is," then you keep talking. Like, "Hey, can I get your email? I want to send you some more information about it, and I also want to add you to my newsletter so you can get a lot of healthy tips and stuff." Right? And then after they give you their email, then say, "What's your number?" so I can follow up, and and if they say no, then it's no big deal. You had their email. So
do that.
for a while, I mean, I'd go like to the mall and just walk around and talk to people. Yeah, other gyms. Like if nobody showed up to like my 5:30 a.m. Boot camp when I first started, I'd go around to another gym. People that are pulling up in the parking lot, to go into the gym at that time, I know that that's what time they would work out. So the same thing, I was like, "Hey, have you ever done a boot camp workout before?" Right in the parking lot. I act like I'm walking in with them, and then get to the door and like walk back out to the back of the parking lot. So it was like Planet Fitness or something. So. Yeah, I mean, the main thing is if you got 3 names and numbers and emails every single day, 5 days a week, it's 15 leads a week or like 60 a month. And if you can't close 5 or 6 of them a month just from that, then, so leveraging other businesses' email lists, like the gymnastics center. So when I've taught this to some of my coaching clients, a lot of them come back and they're like, how do I get them to do it? I'm not friends with any of them. I don't have a relationship with any of the business owners. How do you get them to do it? So like with a hair salon, one of the things we did in the beginning, we go there like on either a Monday when they're closed and just see if like the manager's there, or go on a Tuesday, it's like the next slowest day, like right when they open. And it's usually the only day manager, that's who opens. And so if there's nobody in there and it's locked, just knock on the door if you see them in there. And when they come out, what we would tell them is, introduce yourself, tell me how you own a boot camp or fitness program or whatever down the street. And some of the women in your boot camp were talking about how great their salon was, at the end of boot camp. And I happened to be in the area and I wanted to check out what all the fuss was about. Mind, give me a tour, tell me what you do. And so if you say it like that, you say a few of your clients or a few of the girls in boot camp are talking about how great your boot camp or your salon is. She's not going to say, "No, I don't have time," because you're going to go back and tell those women that, "Hey, that salon owner is rude," or whatever. So they're going to give you the time. And then they'll take you through like the tour or whatever, and then at the end you just be like, "Oh wow, I can really see why they like it. I have like 100 other women that would probably love it as well. Do you have if you have any kind of offer or anything you want to give them, I would be more than happy to email out about it or give it to them." So you're not asking them for anything. You're trying to help them. So I would do that. And then I would come back the next day and I would say, "Hey, do you mind doing that tour again? This time I want to get it on video and I'm going to email out about it." So I make a video of me like interviewing this person about their business, and I'd email out about it, put it on Facebook or whatever. Back in the day, it was easy to get YouTube videos ranked, so I would get the videos ranked for their search terms. So it's like you're inadvertently getting publicity because you're interviewing a hair salon owner as like a fitness professional. So it gives you get in front of a different crowd. Rather than just your city / personal trainer or your city boot camps. Now you're ranking for hair salons and stuff. So I would do that, and usually when you mail out for them, the first thing they're going to do is like, "Hey, if you have any flyers or anything you want to put up, that's totally cool." And I never like let them offer me something without me like one-upping them back. So I was like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I don't have any with me right now, but I can drop them off tomorrow. Is that cool?" And they're like, "Yes." So then when I go back, then I take the black gift cards, like, "Hey, I'd love to give your hairstylist a free month, on me." and give each one of them, one of the black cards. And like, if they could just put 5 of these on each one of their stations or whatever, and that'd be cool. So they asked me to put if I wanted to put flyers in. I did, and then gave all their employees a free month. So you always wanted them to be in debt to you, not the other way around. But the gift cards, there's a lot of ways that you can use them to, if you do it the right way, to get a ton of leads. Whatever I'm like driving down the road and there's like, like a cheerleading team doing like a car wash, or I'm standing on the corner with 5-gallon buckets asking for money. Yeah, cheerleading team. I'll like pull into the car wash and I'll ask like who's in charge here or whatever, and
And you say, what's your name and phone number?
exactly, what's your name, email, phone number, and well, what I tell them is that hey, I go to boot camp. We do all these charity boot camps, and we have all these. I can run a special offer to help you guys raise money. And I'm like, how much money do you make on a typical day, washing cars? Most of them like around $300. So with a $47 offer, they can make almost $1,000 easily, So and they don't have to do any work. So I get their name and their phone number, and then I call them up, give them the details, and the same thing. I just make a friends of such and such cheer squad, 14-day fat furnace, $47, 100% goes to uniforms, competitions, whatever kind of thing. Because it's like dangerous for them standing on the corner with their signs, like I almost hit one of those girls back there, So yeah.
So do you have them, you just do that on Facebook, or they sell it?
What do you mean? They send it to all their moms or email list, or
Okay.
sometimes they're like a part of a bigger booster club, so they can send it to all the parents that are involved with the soccer, football, like everything. It depends. There could be like sometimes there's like big cheer centers that's just as big as gymnastic centers. It really depends on your area.
So you create a split test on one of your offers?
Clone the funnel, change it to friends of whoever the offer's for, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like a sub-headline, just like special offer for friends of yada yada business.
Put it in an email, send it to them, and they distribute it.
Yeah, you give them the emails to send out, and they email out for you.
Gotcha.
You write the email like it's coming from them, so they don't have to do any work.
Yeah.
Yeah, make two to three emails minimum.
When a lot of these people's lists are cold, like they're not emailing to them, how do you get over that?
I mean, they still email it and you get what you get, kind of thing. But most people don't know what that means. Like, and a lot of them, they do email them because they have to email them like, schedule changes or new things coming up or information about tournaments or this or that. So they do email them. They just don't market to them. And they're still not really marketing to them because they know they have to raise money anyway. So they probably get an email like, hey, car wash, we have to raise money for our tournament coming up. So they get those kind of emails. So if it's like, hey, we just found an easy way to make some money for our tournament, we're going to be able to get new uniforms as well. One of the local gyms is offering to help us out. They gave us a special offer on a 2-week fitness program for $47 or whatever. So, yeah.
Do we make a click funnel for them?
Yeah, just clone the 14-day fat furnace, and then just at the top, instead of where it says like local residents or whatever, or you put for special offer for friends of such and such gymnastic center.
For the prices, because I have it in the ads, but it's not.
So when I opened for the charter memberships, I kind of handpicked like my soft market, like friends, family, people that I knew, old personal training clients, and actually got them to come in and try it out. And then I would say, hey, I'd love to offer you this special charter membership. Or the people that I talked to come in and try it out to give me their opinion. So afterwards, I'd sit down with them like, hey, what'd you think? What'd you like? And hey, I think you're awesome. You're really cool with everybody else. And I think you'd be a good addition to to our boot camp. I'd love to offer you a charter membership. I only have 10 of these that I'm giving away, and I've already given away 10, but I really like you, so I'd like to offer you an extra one. And offer that for 1 year for $9.97. So I just want people in there. So once they're in there, you can sell them any offer you want. Then if they said no to $9.97, then you could do like, well, hey, we had a special 2-week deal for whatever, $29.99 or whatever your other offer is. So I'd downsell them to the smaller one, but I'd ask for the bigger sale first.
That makes sense.
Because if you got 10 of them, that's 10 grand of more startup capital to to market and advertise with, and to keep you going as you build up your EFT. So you want to get as much cash in the beginning as possible. Unless you have a lot of cash right now, then you can just start selling regular memberships. Can always use more cash, right? Yeah. So I would ask for the bigger sale first, and then downsell to the $29.95. But just get them in there for a first workout, just to try it out first. Just come in and try it out. I would love to get your opinion, see what you think. Like make it just really nonchalant, like no big deal. Like people love to help out. Like, hey, I'd love your help. And I love your opinion. Like people love to give their opinions too. So ask for their help, ask for their opinion, come in, try it out, and I'd love to know what you think. And then so afterwards, they're expecting you to talk to them because we want to find out how they liked it. Then when they say they loved it, then be like, hey, I'd love to offer you this special offer. I haven't advertised it anywhere, kind of thing. Make it seem like very exclusive.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, thank you so much.
Cool.
gift card back to their facilities?
So with the hairstylists, for a while I was giving them $50 for each referral. Oh yeah, once you build these relationships and you're making them money, making it easier for them, because every organization that has to like raise money, like for uniforms or camps, it's always like they hate it. I mean, it's a drag.
Selling $2 candy bars.
But yeah, sometimes like there's like this kid that sits outside Starbucks with a crate full of candy bars, and I was trying to sell them for his football team. I was like, I don't have any cash on me, but what I got here's like these $100 gift cards. They're really worth $100 to my gym. You can sell them for $5, $10. Anybody who walks by and keep 100% of the money towards your football. So I give them like 5 gift cards to sit there and sell. I've seen my gift cards on Craigslist before. $100 gift card to Fit Body Boot Camp for $50. I was like, I don't know how they got there. Somebody else put them up there.
To go door to door and sell it? You know how they sell candy? Have you ever tried to get them to go
Like Steve Hockman had us do like that foot soldier thing that he did, but I had one guy trying it, but he was like a pure salesman, wasn't like a fitness guy, and yeah, he didn't do too well, so I didn't push it after that. Another thing, what I'll do is like I sponsor a few like 5Ks that are, I usually do like the smaller ones. I won't do like a big organization. I'll do like a small one that is like for like a smaller charity, because the big corporate ones, they don't really care. The other ones like need the money. The big corporations are like loaded. They don't care about a couple $100 or $1,000. So I'll do like the smallest 5Ks for the smallest charities, and then I'll sponsor a table. But we usually don't do too much with that. But the main thing is the next day I will email the person who ran it, and I tell them that I want, hey, I love what you're doing for this cause. I'd love to help you raise a lot more money. I'd love to offer my services. You can email everybody that participated in the 5K. We can give 2 weeks of boot camp for $47, and we'll give 100% of that money to you and your organization. So that way they email their entire list of runners. And the smaller ones are more local people. The bigger ones people travel far for, so you'll get more local people for those.
So say that again. So you would pitch to them whoever is in the 5K.
Yeah, so like I'd love to do a special 2-week program just for all the runners. You just let them know about the deal. It's $47 for 2 weeks, 14-day fat furnace program. We're going to donate 100% of the $47 to your charity. There might be like 300 or 400 runners or 500 runners on the small ones, but still, it's like you do 3 or 4 of those a year. You get pretty good traction with that. The other thing that I do with the gift cards, anybody heard of like Team in Training? I've done a couple 100-mile bike rides with them. So they like meet up every week to ride their bikes or to run, for the marathon to train for it or whatever. But part of it, when they meet up, they'll talk about like bike safety or how to fix your chain when it pops. And one part of it's like fitness. So I would call up all the coaches in the area and tell them I'd love to come and give like a fitness presentation on how to strengthen their core, help them run better, ride the bike better, or whatever. And I also have a way for them to raise money, because a lot of them have to raise like $2,000 for like the 100-mile bike rides. Most of them, if there's a local one, it's like $2,000. If it's like one they're going to travel to, it's like $4,000 or $5,000 they need to raise. So I'd give like the fitness presentation, and then I'd give the fundraiser presentation for them and tell them the same thing, like, hey, I'll give you 10 of these gift cards. You can sell them for whatever you can get for them, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50, whatever. Keep 100% of that towards your fundraising goals. And as long as you're doing that, I'll give you a free membership to my boot camp as you're training for the event, so you can cross-train at the event, and that'll make it easier for you to sell, because then your friends will be able to work out with you and help you train for the event. And any of your clients that come, or any of your friends that come in and become clients, I'll give you $100. I'll personally donate $100 towards your fundraising for each one that actually joins, and that works really well.
Wow. You,
Taking notes?
yeah, I need a video.
Well, this isn't on video. Well, it is now, but this is old school software taught in the beginning that hasn't been talked about in a few years. Facebook's kind of overtook everything, but these things still work. You should get to know the people of influence in your area. So like people that are, on your local news, on the radio, a lot of those people are involved in charities. So you kind of have to stalk them. So we hear them talk about a charity they're running on the radio, and the day and time and place, like just show up. And then a lot of times when people show up, they're always asking them for stuff. So again, I go and give, hey, I love what you're doing for this organization. Hey, I'm a local, business owner. I have this fitness thing. I'd love to help you raise money. Can we talk? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. Give you their card. Then you can do a charity thing backed on a celebrity, where I've got on the news that way. I've gotten a couple of news anchors in my boot camp, some professional baseball players' wives in boot camp that way. So you want to get to know as many people of influence in your area. A good way to meet like local business owners. Has everybody heard of like BNI? So don't join; it's a waste of money because you go every Friday and you get the same elevator pitch to the same people every single week. But you do want to go one time as a guest and collect everybody's business cards, and they love to do what they call like one-on-ones. And like the whole thing with the one-on-one is like they'll tell you like what their ideal customer is, so you know who to refer to them. It's like a networking thing. Well, it's kind of stupid because like when somebody tells you what their ideal customer is, you're like in your head you're like, yeah, sure. You're waiting for your chance to tell them what your ideal customer is like. As soon as you're done, they're like hoping you're going to send them stuff. They're not thinking about your customer at all. So what I would do is I would just, instead of asking or telling them who my ideal customer is, because everybody knows who my ideal customer is, people that want to get in shape or lose weight, but I would like give them some tips on how to grow their business. So I'd tell them about the gift card and if it could apply to their business, how to do it. So my friend who owned the hair salon, he did the same thing. He got gift cards made and kind of did the same type of stuff. And I would do like all these one-on-ones with everybody in the BNI group. And you have their card. They're just happy to be able to do one with somebody different because they're so used to doing it with the same people over and over. It's like they meet every Friday. People have been there for like years. But they're local business owners, local people of influence in your area, and then they're only allowed to miss 2 weekends a year, or they get in trouble. So they're allowed to send somebody as a substitute, and then you would just like stand up and read off like their elevator pitch, and then you get a chance to give yours. So you just email everybody like, hey, it was nice to meet you. Just wanted to let you know that my schedule's pretty flexible. If you ever need a sub, just let me know. Every single week, you'll get invited as a sub from somebody, and you don't have to pay the $500 just to be a member. And then if you don't want to go, you don't have to. So you're not like obligated to go every single Friday or whatever. And so it's a good way.
How did you, I remember before you did that test with the postcard and the offer to the home thing.
Yeah, that did pretty well, and I don't know why I've never done it again. It's just a lot of work. I mean, I just kind of kept running the same thing, but it was a lot of work to like create the DVD, create the postcards, and I didn't do it the most efficient way the first time because when I got the postcards printed, I got them printed in a way where they couldn't it was like glossy or something, so they couldn't print the address on it because it would just like wipe off. So I had to get labels. And my wife every night was just like sticking labels on like 5,000 postcards. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. But it did convert really well.
So mailers work?
Well, they can. I had a really good offer. I came up with a really good idea. So in 2011, Men's Health declared Baltimore the 8th fattest city in the U.S. So I made it my mission to get Baltimore out of the top 10 fattest cities. But I couldn't do it alone, so I created this DVD, Fit Body at Home DVD, that I wanted to offer to everybody for free, just cover my cost on shipping for $5.95. And so people would pay the $5.95 for shipping, and then we'd call them, hey, just want to thank you for joining our mission. Your DVD should be in the mail the next day or so. But in the meantime, we'd love to invite you in for a free week of boot camp so we can show you the exercises, proper form and stuff, and nutrition so you can get the most out of your program when it arrives in the mail. They come in for the free week, we'd upsell them to boot camp. So yeah, I was on the radio with that offer, and they let me make that offer. By the time I got home, I had like 86 orders. Wow. So yeah, it was a pretty good offer. Right now, you could. But I mean, something about tangible things, like the whole book, the free plus shipping with the book.
So you were pre-closing them, the non-closed probably when they came in, and they didn't even get their product in the mail yet.
Right. So then when the product came in, I was like, yeah, just use that when you go on vacation or if you can't make it into boot camp.
Got it.
What did you say to them when you called them?
Oh, so we thanked them for joining our mission to get Baltimore out of the top 10 fattest cities. And we let them know that their DVD will be in the mail in the next day or so. But in the meantime, we'd like to offer you a free week to come into boot camp and try it out totally for free on us. And so that way we can teach you the proper form, teach you about nutrition, so that way when your DVD comes, you'll be able to get the most out of it. Yeah, we do all the other stuff I just talked about first. And then if you still have some time on your board, and then, because you got to get like people in your gym. I had like 3 models, and I like trained them. So I had one person like doing the exercise, one doing like a modification, and one doing a progression. So so in the video, I was like, start here. If it's too easy, go here. If it's too hard, like kind of go over here. And so I had nine girls there. And we just kept rotating through 3, 3, 3. That way they would get 2 workouts off, and just kept shooting them. So we did 3 workouts, 20 minutes each, and we just told them to do like 2 rounds of it. And 3 of the workouts were just dumbbell and body weight only, and the other 3 were all body weight. And that was it.
And I
right now they're on your list, and now you can keep following up with them, and then you could do like some some other kind of like a nutrition workshop or something, invite them in if they don't come in off the first offer, so.
So you're saying that still sending a DVD is better than sending a link?
Yeah, I would do all the other stuff I talked about first. Then if you still want to do the DVD, then I'll help you. The other stuff's much easier and faster to implement. So yeah, go for the lowest hanging fruit first, something that you don't need anything else to implement, because there you have to get the models there, you have to record the video, you have to get it formatted right, got to get it put on a DVD, you have to get like the cover for the DVD made, the inside insert. Yeah, so I do lunch and learns, and I usually make them about nutrition and not about the workout, just that way you don't have to bring equipment. The best place to do lunch and learns is real estate offices. Like they have people come in all the time, and they know everybody. Like they talk to everyone, and they know all the new people moving into your town. They can, so I get them into boot camp, make them the same offer as hairstylists. So give them a free month, as long as every person you show a house to, every person that comes in, give them a free, if they buy a new house, hey, you get free boot camp membership with your new house, kind of thing. Like I've tried to talk to some car dealerships, and again, if they're bigger corporations, like there's so many people they have to go through to be able to prove that. So now the first person you talk to can't just say, sure, we'll do that. But if you know the owner or something like that, then you could definitely do that with a car dealership. You could give one to everybody to test drive a car. Yeah, real estate agents are the best for like lunch and learns. So Bedros was talking about like grocery store tours before, and we used to do a lot of them, and people have tried to do them and then they say they don't work. So there's like a really specific way of doing them to get them to work. First, you want to find like your small grocery stores. So like Trader Joe's, we've done it before. It's probably the biggest. They don't let you.
Without corporate approval.
Yeah, so ours in Baltimore do, and then Mom's Markets, like Mom's Organic Market or something like that. Mom's, I don't know if you guys have those. We do them at there. We do them there. But there's any like, and then we have like a health food store that's not, it's just like a smaller corporation, smaller business. So what we do is I'll go in and ask for the manager, tell him, hey, I'm a fitness business owner. I got a boot camp down the street with like 250 members, and I'd like to bring, I want to know if it'd be cool if I brought in 10 of my members to take them on a grocery store tour. I want to show them all the great stuff you guys have, and I want to buy $100 worth of $10. I want to buy 10 $10 gift cards to give them, so the least they'll spend is $10, but they'll probably spend more than that. Is that cool? They're not going to say no, because first you're spending $100 right there on the spot, and then second, you're bringing people into his store. A lot of people go in there and ask to do it, and then they'll be like, hey, can I put some flyers by the cash register and stuff? They're going to say no right away, because their whole business model is getting people through the cash register as fast as possible. So if there's something there like distracting them, slowing them down, they're not going to like that. And plus, now you're asking them for something rather than offering them something. So give them money right away, $100, and get 10 $10 gift cards to the grocery store, and then go and send out an email to your members, telling them that you're doing a grocery store tour. It's totally free, but they're only letting me bring 10 at a time because they don't want a big group in there. So you have to reserve your spot. So it's $10 to reserve your spot. You'll get your $10 back at the store in the form of a $10 gift card. So you get your $100 back. So it doesn't cost you anything. So now everybody comes in with a $10 gift card, take them through, show them what they should buy, what they shouldn't buy, and why. And then when you're done, go back up to the manager, thank them for letting you do the grocery store tour. Tell them that your members loved it, that people were spending like $80, $100. So yeah, probably had a good day that day as far as sales go, and tell them you'd love to do it again. And then say, oh yeah, and a couple of your other customers were asking, what we were doing and stuff, and when the next one was, I didn't really think about it, but if you want me to, I'd love to help out and give one for your customers as well. So that way now it's like you're still giving, and instead of asking, because his customers asked you what you're doing, and then when the next one is, how they can do it, kind of thing. Whether they do or not is irrelevant. Just tell them that. I mean, people will ask you why you're there, so it's like you don't really have to lie.
Then you guys are doing quick funnels. You're doing so much. I mean, what do you focus on right now?
You either have time or you have money. In the beginning, I didn't have much money, but I had lots of time. So I'm walking around the street, hey, how's it going? You ever done a boot camp before? I didn't have money, to buy advertising, so I had time. So it's free to walk up to people and talk to them. So I did that. Build relationships, and then leverage those relationships, so it was like compounding effect. Then I started making money, then I could do like the mailer. Once I had some money, I'm gonna try this mailing thing. So then I did that. And then when Facebook, started ads, start putting money into there, learning that, start hiring good people, and start delegating, automate then delegate. So you figure out something that works, automate it, and then teach it to somebody else. And then learn something new that works, figure out a way to make it work, automate it, delegate, and then duplicate. So get your first fit body up and running, automate it, get a manager, delegate it, then duplicate it, get your second location, third location, fourth location. And people are like, how are you running 10 locations? You're like, it's pretty easy, but it just takes time. So one thing at a time.